You know the guy. He was our coach. Taught history.
Yeah.
That dude did that. He stole my copy of Forrest Gump.
You said that. I was actually about to say Forrest Gump was the next movie.
Yeah.
This is one of the greatest stories of all time.
I don't know if we've talked about it. Yeah.
You were like, I'm going to bring Forrest Gump and we'll watch Forrest Gump in class.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, there's nudity in Forrest Gump. So that was kind of exciting.
Risque.
I believe Jenny gets a little nude in that movie.
And yeah.
Yeah, and they do it.
He catches a bit of AIDS.
She gets a bit of AIDS.
A bit of the AIDS. So anyway, like he stole it. Like this was my sophomore, maybe junior year. And so for the rest of my time in high school, I was always trying to steal my movie back. And at some point, this guy's so crooked now that I'm looking back at this story. He I guess, I don't know the good word. He parlayed me. I don't know. He convinced me to steal a discus, like from the Olympic style discus you throw.
Wait, the same guy who stole your copy of Forrest Gump?
Yeah, he's like, if you get me a discus from the track meet, I'll give your movie back. And then
Wait, then what kind of parlor game is this guy running? Number one, he purposely held your movie for ransom? Well,
for the longest time, it was just like, it's mine, prove it's not.
Wait, he took the movie and then he just started saying it's
yeah, possession, it's mine.
Prove it's not mine?
Yeah.
How do you prove it's, like, how do you even go?
I don't know.
You got to get witnesses.
He stole my movie.
So he purposely steals your movie, tells you to prove it's not his, then at some point admits that it's not his.
Like, if you want the movie, get me a discus.
So he never actually admits that it's your movie.
I don't know. I mean,
but then he convinces you. He wants you to do a crime to get the movie back.
Yeah.
So then he goes, "I want you to." I'm assuming you were a minor at the time. He goes to a minor.
Yeah, like 17 or something like that.
I would like you to commit a crime. In exchange, I will give
for your copy of
your copy of Forrest Gump back.
And this is VHS too. This isn't even like something fancy.
Now, did you get him a discus?
I did get the discus, but I never got the movie back. I don't think I gave him the discus though either.
So it was like
I think I held the disc ransom until we had like a mediator to exchange the film, which never happened.
So wait, so you were holding on. There was like you had the discus for ransom.
Yeah.
He had the Forrest Gump for ransom. Someone was supposed to negotiate the trade.
At some point, at some point there was a pole vaulting stick as well involved. I don't remember why or how that got into the story, but I think the school had one and I wanted it. And something about the discus in the movie trade deal, and I think it's where negotiations fell apart. There was a weird track and field equipment ring going on for a copy of Forrest Gump that was mine.
And there's several rounds of negotiations.
It went on until I graduated, and I haven't seen the guy since. In fact, I think I'm going to go try to track him down and mention getting back my copy of Forrest Gump 15 years later.
Like your VHS of Forrest Gump back. Maybe you should take him the discus and you should be like, hey.
Well, no, you and I lost the discus somewhere out in a field one time.
Oh, throwing it?
Well, yeah, we used to play like drunken pasture golf. And like we made weird games up to entertain ourselves while getting drunk younger. And at some point, I think we threw the discus into the woods and never went and got it.
Wow. That's a hell of a story, man. So, yeah, you should go get your Forrest Gump back.
Yeah, that's
what I learned from that. That's
if I can get it, that'd be the greatest end to the story because 15 years later or whatever it's been since I graduated high school, and then just to get the ultimate prize.
It'd be closure to it.
Yeah,
is what it would do. Now you should.
I'd have that thing dipped in gold and put on a plaque. I finally won. I got my copy back. And it wasn't even my copy. I was like 16. It was my parents' copy.
I feel like that story.
I didn't own anything when I was like that age, you know?
So it wasn't you stole it and then you gave it.
I didn't steal it, but I borrowed it and then it was.
Well, in your mind, he was not going to take it forever.
Well, whose assumption would that be? hey, I'm going to bring something to school to share with everybody. And, oh, I better not because they might steal it.
Do you think he had like...
And not the students, the teacher.
Do you think he had like a long-term play though? Do you think he was thinking like maybe the athletic budget was a little low and he was like, I really need a fucking discus this year.
I'm
going to try to convince someone to bring a VHS to school. And one day you're
that's
like,
the greatest con game ever.
You know, we should watch, Coach. We should watch Forrest Gump. And then just a light bulb goes off. He's like, now I know how to get my discus. I've figured it out now. Who needs a budget when I can take this guy's fucking Forrest Gump?
You'll hold it ransom. We're going to send him to the island.
He should go to Warlord Island.
Yeah, there you go, Warlord Island.
Oh, my God.
That motherfucker.
He is a motherfucker. I saw him, and I was going somewhere to get... it was back when I was... calling on clients, like going door to door. And I go to this one place, it's an ice cream shop. He's sitting outside, like full. He's got the friendly muttons, as you call him. He looks like a Civil War general.
The friendly mutton chops that are connected by the mustache.
And he's got ice cream all in his vanilla ice cream, all in the top of his stash.
That was probably Cottonmouth.
And I'm going up to him and I'm like, hey,
I know you. Yeah.
And he always, coaches always call you by the last name.
Yeah.
So like barks my last name at me. And then he's like talking to me.
Just spitting ice cream everywhere?
Just like, it's so disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just mouthful of ice cream.
You mentioned that, and I
up.
remember how disgusting it was to watch him eat.
It was one of the worst things I'd ever seen in my life. And so then I shake his hand and walk away, and I'm thinking,
I spent a lot of time.
In my life.
Like, I spent a lot of the formative years of my life with that man.
You probably did because you were in athletics.
Yeah, I played athletics junior and
well, and he did multiple classes.
High school.
So you probably had him for multiple classes.
Yeah, all high school. I had him every year for a teacher. And yeah.
Gross guy.
Yeah.
Such a gross guy. A gross guy, and now as we find out, a fucking movie thief.